There are places on Earth so secret that most people will never see them, not even from a distance. Hidden beneath mountains, buried deep underground, surrounded by armed guards, or isolated on remote islands, these locations have become some of the most mysterious places ever created. Some protect the world's most valuable treasures. Others safeguard government leaders during global emergencies. A few hide military technology so advanced that almost everything about them remains classified. For decades, these places have fueled rumors, inspired conspiracy theories, and fascinated millions of people around the world. But behind the myths lies a far more incredible reality. What really happens inside Area 51? Why is an entire island in the Indian Ocean closed to the public? What secrets are hidden beneath the White House? And why has humanity built a giant vault inside an Arctic mountain to protect the future of civilization? In this documentary, we'll explore 10 of the most secret places on Earth, from legendary military bases and underground bunkers to isolated islands and facilities that almost no one is allowed to enter. Some of these places are protected by governments, others by nature itself, but every one of them has one thing in common. They remain among the most inaccessible and fascinating locations on our planet. So lock the doors, turn off the lights, and prepare to discover the 10 most secret places on Earth. Just 35 kilometers off the coast of Brazil lies an island so dangerous that the government has completely banned public access. Its official name is Queimada Grande, but the world knows it simply as Snake Island. Unlike ordinary islands, this tiny piece of land is home to one of the highest concentrations of venomous snakes anywhere on Earth. Scientists estimate that thousands of snakes inhabit the island, including the critically endangered golden lancehead, a species found nowhere else in the world. The golden lancehead possesses venom so powerful that it can rapidly destroy body tissue, cause severe internal bleeding, and become life-threatening without immediate medical treatment. Because the island has no natural predators, these snakes evolved into highly efficient hunters over thousands of years. Today, only a small number of licensed scientists are allowed to visit the island under strict government supervision. Tourists, fishermen, and private boats are prohibited from landing, making Snake Island one of the most restricted natural locations on the planet. Despite countless internet stories claiming there is one snake for every square meter, researchers say those numbers are greatly exaggerated. The real danger comes from the island's unique ecosystem and the presence of one of the world's most venomous pit vipers. Snake Island remains one of Earth's most fascinating forbidden places, a reminder that sometimes nature builds its own security system. Hidden behind the ancient walls of Vatican City lies one of the world's most mysterious collections of historical documents. Known as the Vatican Apostolic Archives, this vast repository has preserved centuries of human history, diplomacy, and religious records. For hundreds of years, many people believed these archives contained secret knowledge, capable of changing our understanding of history. The word secret even appeared in their former name, leading to countless conspiracy theories. In reality, the Latin word secretum originally meant private, referring to the Pope's personal archive rather than hidden mysteries. The archive stretches for more than 85 kilometers of shelving and contains millions of documents, including medieval manuscripts, papal letters, royal correspondence, and official records dating back over 1,200 years. Among its most famous documents are letters from Michelangelo, correspondence from European kings and queens, and even records connected to the trial of Galileo. Every document is carefully preserved in climate-controlled vaults to protect it for future generations. Despite its reputation, the archives are not completely closed. Qualified historians and academic researchers from around the world can request access, but only after meeting strict requirements. Most visitors will never step inside these halls. The Vatican Apostolic Archives remain one of Earth's greatest historical treasures, not because they hide unbelievable secrets, but because they safeguard the written memory of more than 1,000 years of human civilization. Deep inside the U.S. Army installation at Fort Knox, Kentucky, stands one of the most heavily protected buildings on Earth. Officially known as the United States Bullion Depository, this massive granite fortress has become a global symbol of security, wealth, and secrecy. Completed in 1936, Fort Knox was built to protect America's gold reserves during a time of growing international uncertainty. Behind its enormous steel vault door are thousands of tons of gold bullion, worth hundreds of billions of dollars at today's market prices. The vault itself weighs more than 20 tons and is protected by multiple layers of reinforced steel, thick concrete walls, advanced surveillance systems, motion sensors, and armed military personnel. Every security detail is carefully designed to prevent unauthorized access. Very few people have ever entered the gold vault. Access is strictly limited, and no single person knows every part of the security system. This layered approach helps ensure that no individual could compromise the facility on their own. Over the decades, Fort Knox has inspired countless myths and conspiracy theories. Some people have questioned whether the gold is still inside, while others have imagined hidden treasures beneath the complex. However, official inspections have confirmed that the nation's gold reserves continue to be stored there. Whether viewed as a symbol of national wealth or one of the world's most secure buildings, Fort Knox remains one of the most fascinating and closely guarded places on Earth. High above the Arctic Circle, on a remote Norwegian island surrounded by snow, ice, and frozen mountains, lies one of humanity's most important hidden facilities. Built deep inside solid rock, the Svalbard Global Seed Vault is often called the Doomsday Vault, a place designed to protect the future of life on Earth. The facility officially opened in 2008 with one extraordinary mission: to preserve the world's crop diversity. Inside its frozen chambers are more than 1 million seed samples, representing thousands of plant species collected from nearly every country on Earth. These aren't ordinary seeds. They are backup copies of crops that feed billions of people: wheat, rice, corn, beans, potatoes, and countless other plants essential for global food production. If war, climate change, natural disasters, or disease were ever to destroy a country's seed collection, replacements could be retrieved from this secure vault. The vault is carved more than 120 meters into a sandstone mountain. Even if the power failed, the surrounding Arctic permafrost would help keep the seeds frozen for a long time, providing an additional layer of protection. Only authorized organizations can deposit or withdraw seeds. Norway owns the facility, but every country retains ownership of its own collections, making the vault a global partnership rather than a single nation's project. Far from being a bunker filled with mysteries, the Svalbard Global Seed Vault is a symbol of international cooperation, a silent insurance policy created to help protect humanity's food supply for generations to come. Hidden deep within the Bay of Bengal lies an island unlike any other on Earth. From above, North Sentinel Island looks like a tropical paradise, but behind its untouched beaches and dense forests lives one of the last completely isolated tribes on the planet. The Sentinelese have lived here for thousands of years with almost no contact with the outside world. They hunt with bows and arrows, fish in shallow coastal waters, and rely entirely on the island's natural resources. Because they have remained isolated for so long, scientists believe they have little or no immunity to many modern diseases. To protect both the tribe and outsiders, the government of India has declared North Sentinel Island a strictly protected area. Approaching the island or attempting to make contact is illegal, and a no-entry zone extends several kilometers around its coastline. Over the years, a handful of expeditions attempted peaceful contact by leaving gifts such as coconuts, tools, and food on the beach. While some encounters appeared calm, many were met with arrows and clear warnings to stay away. The Sentinelese have consistently shown that they want to remain isolated. Today, satellites and distant aerial surveys provide only limited information about life on the island. Researchers know remarkably little about the tribe's language, customs, or daily life, and that is by design. Their isolation is now considered essential for their survival. North Sentinel Island remains one of the world's last untouched human frontiers, a place where the modern world stops at the shoreline and an ancient way of life continues beyond it. Hidden deep inside Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado lies one of the most secure military facilities ever constructed. Built during the height of the Cold War, the Cheyenne Mountain Complex was designed to continue operating even under the most extreme conditions imaginable. Construction began in the early 1960s as tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union reached dangerous levels. Military planners needed a command center capable of surviving a nuclear attack while maintaining communication with defense systems across North America. Instead of building a conventional bunker, engineers carved an entire complex nearly 600 meters into solid granite. Inside the mountain are multiple buildings mounted on enormous shock-absorbing springs. These structures were designed to reduce the effects of powerful shock waves, helping protect critical equipment. For decades, the complex served as the headquarters of NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command. Its mission included monitoring aircraft, tracking missiles, and detecting potential threats approaching the continent. Even today, the facility continues to support critical defense operations. The complex contains independent power systems, water supplies, communication networks, and highly protected control rooms. Massive blast doors, each weighing many tons, guard the entrances, while advanced security systems monitor every part of the installation. Although much of its technology has evolved over the years, Cheyenne Mountain remains a symbol of Cold War engineering, a fortress hidden inside a mountain, built to protect an entire nation during humanity's most uncertain moments. In the middle of the Indian Ocean, nearly 2,000 kilometers from the nearest major city, lies a tiny tropical island that almost no tourist will ever visit. Known as Diego Garcia, this remote atoll has become one of the most strategically important military bases on Earth. From the air, Diego Garcia looks like paradise. Crystal-clear lagoons, white sandy beaches, and endless turquoise water. But beneath its peaceful appearance lies a highly secure military installation jointly used by the United Kingdom and the United States. Its isolated location makes it one of the most valuable strategic positions in the world. Aircraft and naval forces operating from Diego Garcia can quickly reach large parts of the Middle East, East Africa, South Asia, and the Indian Ocean. Because of this, the base has played an important logistical role during several international military operations over the past decades. The island contains long runways capable of supporting large military aircraft, deep water facilities for naval vessels, satellite communication systems, fuel storage, and advanced logistical infrastructure. Strict security measures protect the base, and public access is heavily restricted. Diego Garcia has also been the subject of international legal and political debates concerning the Chagos Archipelago and the displacement of former island residents. These issues continue to be discussed through diplomatic and legal processes. Today, Diego Garcia remains one of the world's most isolated military facilities, a place where geography, technology, and global strategy come together, far from the attention of everyday life.